Hi. So I was out at Walmart the other day looking for a new exfoliating mask. Not a sheet mask, but the kind, that you apply and then you rinse off. So I was kind of poking around. They had a ton of, St. Ives and their brand and many, many others. Well, at any rate, I came across down lower on the aisle because I was looking at Neutrogena. I mean, I was going through them all. L'Oreal, Neutrogena, Simple. There's just tons. So all of a sudden, the Biore caught my eye, and I thought, wow, I remember using those funky little nose strips that you would put on, and it was, would pull the blackheads out. Oh my gosh, they were so disgusting, but fascinating. So I had tried those. Geez, I don't know. I want to say I might have been, was I in my late teens, early 20s? I don't know. I remember when they came out though, and everybody was just like, whoa, that's so gross, I gotta do it. So I haven't really looked at any of their stuff since. So anyways, I saw this exfoliating mask. So I picked it up and I flipped it over because, I'm always reading the ingredients. And the first thing was sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. And then there was a couple other ingredients. I think there was a little preservative. I don't remember what it was, and some silica, something to kind of smooth it out for when you put it on. And it just struck me. I was like, you know what? No, I've got baking soda at home, and that's the number one ingredient in there. It was first or second. I'm almost positive it was first. So and it was, I think, $8 for a small bottle. And this is what I pay. Is the price on there? I don't know. But for this Whopper size that I use for baking and cooking and scrubbing my sink and everything else, I know it was under $2. So I thought to myself, I'm going to go home and I got to try this. I can make this. I can do this. So I started thinking about what I would want, how I would want to apply it. I don't want to use just water or just a liquid like that, because sodium bicarbonate baking soda is extremely alkaline. And your skin has an acid mantle, and you don't want to eat through that acid mantle. That's what protects us, puts a nice barrier up, and that's what protects us from the sun and the wind and chemicals and, all kinds of external disgusting things that are trying to damage our skin. So, you want to be careful with the pH of your skin, which is why when you're using vitamin C serums, you want to watch out for the pH level of those too, to make sure you're getting the effectiveness of those without the damage. So you don't want to irritate your skin. You don't want to provoke it to, be mad and angry and troubled. So the point is to just do a gentle exfoliation or a light exfoliation and not disturb that mantle, that precious acid mantle. Our skin is on the acid side, which should have a pH roughly between 4 and 7. That's pretty much where healthy skin lies. So anything you do with your pH, whether it's acidity or alkalinity, can really mess with that. And your skin readjusts. It takes a little time, like, I don't know, an hour or so. But if you're doing something consistently to it, you can really do some damage. So you just want to be careful with how you approach your skin. Okay, so I started thinking, what do I want to put with that? And I was thinking witch hazel, because I have a bottle of witch hazel, raw witch hazel. I love my Thayers, my witch hazel, cucumber, aloe vera, and rose. I've got like 3 of them. Toners, and I love those things. But I also use this too. Like if I just want just pure witch hazel. This does have a little bit of alcohol in it. And I do have extremely dry skin, so I don't use this every day. But the alcohol content is 14% in a bottle this size. You're using a cotton swab full. So really the amount of alcohol that I'm putting on my skin is, however, if you're sensitive to that, you don't want to use it at all. So anyways, and this is actually, when I got this and I opened it up, oh my gosh, it took me back. Ladies, those of you who have children, you will know what I'm saying. It took me back to the healing process, so to speak, when you are using the witch hazel pads. And that is precisely what this smells like, those pads. So that was an interesting little stroll down a nostalgic memory lane. Okay, so I started thinking maybe I would mix it with this, and then I thought, no, I don't want to add, because of the alcohol, I just don't want to add it to the baking soda. I could do a little science experiment and see how much it froths up, but I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for just something smooth to just brush over. And I wanted it to be emollient and hydrating, which witch hazel does soothe your skin, and it is an antiseptic as well. So I might play around with some concoctions and maybe throw that in a little bit. I did mix it in with coconut oil and the baking soda, and because we're talking again, water and oil don't mix. So they didn't blend well. That's where a fractionated oil would come in, is if you wanted to blend always if you wanted to blend a liquid in with your coconut oil. Anyways, I decided I was just going to do my coconut oil because I wanted something that would kind of glide over my skin while I'm doing a very light touch of circular motions, putting the baking soda solution on. I guess a solution, I don't know, formula, mix, whatever. So I decided coconut oil was going to be my number one choice. I knew nothing about mixing these two together, and I did it. I mixed it up and it made a really nice consistency. So I figured I would share it with you because I'm really excited to start it. It's not something I would do more than maybe twice a week. I will probably do it once a week. I don't think I'll do more than that unless for some reason I feel like I need to. I do use AHAs, and I have a Clarisonic, and I do other, softer, more mild forms of exfoliation. And I actually have, which I'm going to do for you on camera at some point. I haven't tried it. I haven't gotten my nerve up yet. This is a peel. It's not a TCA peel. It is a fruit acid peel. And it's supposed to be mild for everything I read about it before I bought it. I'm still scared. So this is coming up. Not yet. Okay, so anyways, I thought that this combination of coconut oil and baking soda would be perfect. So what you want to do is just put, and you only need a little bit, and a tip about the coconut oil. See, now, where's my spoon? Okay, so you're going to put just a teaspoonful of the baking soda. Your baking soda is, something else is going to fall, is going to go down into your, you're going to put just about about a spoonful of baking soda into a little dish, and then separately in another little dish, I am going to place my virgin, unrefined, cold-pressed coconut oil. Just going to scoop a little bit of this out. That's about a spoonful too. Now, you may not, clumps are falling. You may not care about, really, if you waste a little bit of your baking soda, it's okay. That's not an expensive item. But if you're working with the coconut oils, those can be. So you really want to start with a little. You want your ratio to be oh my goodness, I'm having a terrible time here. You want your ratio to be about half and half. So equal parts. So 1 part coconut oil to 1 part baking soda. And when you're thinking about smearing it around on your face, you don't need a lot. So, and as I was saying, with the price of coconut oil, if you're buying a really good one, you don't want to waste that. So I would start with just a little plunk of that, just like that. You can always add more. I mean, it's so easy to mix up. So, okay, I'm going to take, now remember your coconut oil is a solid. So I'm going to take my baking soda and start mixing it in here and just kind of dumping it on top like this. It's all over my fingers, so this bowl may be crashing in a moment. Okay, and you're going to mix it around, pressing it pressing it up against the sides to really mix it in. And it's going to be slightly gritty, but you don't want it to be overwhelmingly gritty with the baking soda, then your ratio will be off. But you want it to have enough so that, it does the job. Okay, so now I've gotten it to be about equal parts. You just kind of, eyeball measure it. So, all right, so there's my paste. There we go. How quick and easy was that, right? All right, now because it's a solid and you're going to be smearing it all over your face with coconut oil, it's going to warm right up the minute you put it in your hand. So I am just going to take a small little swipe of it, about that much, and I'm going to work it into my palm, just like this. Just so it starts to, with the warmth of my hand, starts to melt up. Look, you can see it already. This is fun stuff. See, look at it liquefying. I hope it's not blurry. I hope you can see all this. I have to kind of keep my hand cupped a little so it doesn't dribble down, but look at how loose and liquefied that is already. Okay, so I'm going to start with this, and then I still have half my mixture in here, so I'm just going to work a palmful at a time, smearing it all over my face. Okay, and here we go. I would also suggest, if you don't really want to do this all over your entire face, choose some spots that are maybe a little bit more, seem like they need a little more attention or exfoliation, like around your nose and your chin where your pores are more clogged or larger and you're looking to kind of clean them out and shrink them. Okay, so I'm just remixing another little bit into the palm of my hand. I'm going to work that up. Oh, it feels so nice. Really, it doesn't feel scratchy. If you're doing your ratio well, it shouldn't feel scratchy. It feels very gentle. Now, I use baking soda for brushing my teeth all the time, a couple times a week. I mix it with water. And you have to be careful with that too, because, it's a harsher, it can be abrasive, and you want to make sure it's mixed well with water so that you're not scratching off the enamel on your teeth. Okay, so here we go. Wow, that was really okay. I still have a bunch left. I have enough for another one, but I'm actually going to mix a teeny bit more up. Get a little bit more going on my face here. Whoo, the heat is blowing up from the vent below, and it is melting it. Okay. Okay, you can't really even see the white film. It's not really leaving much of a white film. Alright, now I have run my fingers over and across it several times. Very, very, very lightly. This is alkaline and you don't want to do any damage. It's just something, this is a quick DIY and it's a fun one, it's an easy one, but you still have to use caution with everything, especially when it comes to your precious skin. I'm just taking a little bit more of the baking soda now, dipping my fingers into it and putting it on areas where I feel like I want. Oh, I know what it was, where I want to, work out like my pores. When I had read the Biore thing, and I was thinking to myself, this is an exfoliating mask, and then I remembered how when you get a bee sting, you treat it with a quick little paste of baking soda, and it draws the bee stinger and the poisons out. And so together, to me, it was like this huge epiphany. Wow, baking soda, it will draw the stuff out. And with the coconut oil, this is another reason why I chose the coconut oil, because the coconut oils attract oils. So the coconut oil can be used as a cleanser. I've mentioned that before. And I use it as a cleanser. So the oil will clear out the oils that have settled in your pores in a natural way. These two working together, to me, was a dynamic duo. This is gross. Okay, one more little, I'm just going to trace over one more, just so delicate. I don't even want to move the skin. I've had this on long enough, I feel like, because I don't want to leave it on longer than maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. I just want to be careful with it. I'm going to shut the camera off, go get my washcloth saturated with some nice warm water, not steaming hot, but warm, and then come back and I'll pat it off and we'll see the end result together. Alrighty, I've had this on for about 5 to 6 minutes now, a little bit longer than I had originally planned, but I think it'll be okay. I got my washcloth nice and saturated. You can also just splash rinse this and then give a little quick wipe down, but because I'm not at a sink, oh, there's my bathroom right there. I might have to run back there if this isn't going to do the trick and I don't want to scratch. Okay, so remember, the coconut oil is, to me, the best mate for the baking soda, and I am now going to rinse this off very gently. Just going to kind of press it off. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's working its way off. I don't want to scrape at all. I didn't put this up on my eyelids or way up under my eyes. I kind of stopped right here at the rim. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go give a quick rinse in my bathroom sink. Hold on. Okay, so the way to go on this is to absolutely rinse it in the sink. And then I'm just very gently patting it dry, patting it with the washcloth. It was taking off like the bulk, but then when I touched my skin, I could feel all of the very fine grit still all over from the baking soda was still everywhere because the coconut oil is going to hold on to that too. So a couple more tries with that, and I didn't want to rub, so it wasn't pulling it off. So with the water, I was able to splash and just kind of wash it like that. So a freeform splash is definitely the way to rinse that off. Okay, there we go. All done. I don't know what my skin looks like. Let me see. Oh, I brought this down because I want to do a little witch hazel, just to kind of, it feels so good. I was thinking I might need to put that on to kind of soothe it, but it feels wonderful. It just feels fresh and not tight, and oh, it kept pouring in my mouth too. You'll get the taste of the baking soda in there, which is another reason to put it with the coconut oil, because this is 2 edible items, so you're not putting any chemicals or anything into your mouth. But it feels so soft and smooth. Just really wonderful. It doesn't feel tight, or, boy, I could get addicted to this. Maybe twice a week though, because this feels really, really good. I can't really see my pores. Today is another dark, dreary, gray day. I have my blinds open, but it's casting shadows everywhere, so I really can't see pores-wise what it did. But oh, it feels wonderful with the coconut oil. I can't speak for any other baking soda formula. I would stick by using the coconut oil, and I may end up trying to alternate this into with the witch hazel, or I'll just do this afterwards like I was going to do right now. I feel so good though. I don't want to take away from that, but I'm thinking the witch hazel would just kind of clear off any extra residue. And I did bring down a little, oh, there it is, my little cotton pad. So let me just give a quick swipe of this. Might as well go through all the steps, right? Just to try them. Okay, so just a little splash of that. And a gentle wipe. So that feels good too. It didn't, oh, I can still feel the coconut oil on there, so that's good. That didn't dry me out, because it still feels very supple and soft. I'm happy. Ooh, that was fun and refreshing. I have a new DIY. Whew. I have a new DIY skincare formulation to add to my regimen. Oh my gosh, I have so many things already. That's okay, they're all good. And it's fun to alternate out, and swap things up. So you can always work things out and alternate, and, I'll try to set up a whole nice system for days when you can do whatever, and have them be somewhat cohesive. So, and then you can play around with it yourselves. So I'll try to add that in to my skincare videos. So anyways, all right, I am going to carry on with my day with my new fresh skin that feels wonderful. So again, if you do this, if you give it a try, equal parts and very, very, in the palm of your hand, and then, or if you're a little nervous, do 2 to 1, 2 parts coconut oil, 1 part baking soda, and then you can work your way up. Don't leave it on for longer than just a few minutes, and don't rub, just glide, just slide the formula all around, and then just let it set and do its thing. Go make yourself some toast or something. Or if you do it at night, I don't know, brush your teeth in between. So, okay, have a great day. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and please remember to subscribe.